Hello gang, OBC here, joined with
OBCW.
And I want to talk to you about our new joint project that we're going to be working on together. We had talked back and forth over the last week or so about what project that we could work on together. It's been on OBCW's list all year to get started with the Propeller. And so, we looked, and there's a whole lot of these Altoid projects out there, where they take the empty Altoids can and they put some electronics in there and make an amplifier or some other cool thing. I think there's even some Propeller projects that have been done in an Altoids tin. But we just couldn't picture the two of us trying to work in a little tiny can like this for our project. So we thought we'd go with something a little bigger. Let's get that thing out of here. So instead of building our Propeller project into an Altoids tin, this is our project here. This is our bigger than an Altoids box. This is an Outrun arcade machine. We just got this thing last week. Now, this one's got some pretty serious power supply and board problems, electronics problems, and so this thing's like a perpetual troubleshooting nightmare just waiting to happen. So what we thought we'd do is we'd turn this thing into a MAME arcade, the multiple arcade emulator, and the Propeller comes in here because it will be used to read the steering wheel and the brake and the gas pedal and whatnot, and then send that data to the PC that'll be running MAME. That'll be the part where the Propeller will be used.
That way it won't be a money pit.
No, actually we talked about just buying the board that would just do a quick conversion. I think it's like $45. You can buy a board and it's kind of ready to go with some screw downs on it. But that would have cheated us out of a really good Propeller product. And so, well, let's take a look at the inside of this thing. Let me bring you around here. OBCW, will you grab this door here? And we'll take them on a tour of this cabinet. Let me get down here. Boy, the first thing you notice about this thing is, oh my, look at this dust.
That'll be my first part of the project.
Yeah, we've got that CompuVac out in my truck. I don't know, that thing might run away scared from this dust. We would have to bring in like Mr. Clean here to handle this. Look at this, it's just frightening. Now this power supply down here that we're looking at right now, that's actually part of the weight that we're going to get rid of on this thing.
That'll make it lighter.
Yeah, this power supply probably weighs 40 or 50 pounds. We'll send this with Brian for his next scrap metal run. But take a look at these controls. My goodness, these are awesome. I have never seen game controls that are this robust. You're looking at the back of the brake and the gas pedal right now. And then if I take you a little bit further up here, we'll see if we can give them some light on this. Yeah, you want to grab that? Yeah, look at this. Is the back of the steering wheel. Look at this thing. This is just a monster. It's made to take a pounding. And then
we got one.
Yeah, this is the interesting bit right here. This is a 5K potentiometer that actually reads the steering wheel when you turn it, and that's the part that we're going to feed the data to the Propeller. And then up over here, this is the gear switch right here, and it's just got a couple micro switches, so when you put it in low gear, one switch is pressed. When you go to high gear, the other one's pressed. And then over here on the other side, this is this massive motor. This is the rumbler. This great big motor here just shakes the steering wheel, I guess, when you drive off the road. Boy, I want to get that working too. That's going to be really neat to get that rumbler up and running. And then if we go up here on the top, yeah, I'm gonna just get a peek at the top here. This is another really heavy piece that's going to come out. This is the old 15 kilohertz arcade monitor. Probably weighs 50 or 60 pounds. Brian, if you're watching this thing, Next time I tell you that I want to go buy a 250-pound arcade machine, remind me how heavy this thing was. This thing is just absolutely enormous, and so we get all this weight off of here in this conversion. This will be a lot more manageable. And then if we go back here to the back, this is, I guess this was like state-of-the-art in 1983.
Yeah, it had to be fixed in 87.
Yeah, you found a repair tag from 1987 on here?
Yep.
Yeah, this is, you know, we could probably repair this, but you know what, this looks like we'll spend more time probably back in here fixing this board than we'd spend playing it.
That wouldn't be any fun, and we couldn't play with propeller board.
Yeah, this does give us a good excuse to get our propeller boards out. But man, look at the complexity. Now there's actually more than one board here. There's all that board, and then there's another one just like it that handles the video portion of the arcade machine underneath this one. It's just absolutely mammoth. 1983. This was the quarter sucker that you'd find in just about any arcade. And then all these wires coming off here to go to power and video and sound and all of the things. And then over here we definitely got to get this part working. This is the back of the quarter slots. And again, they're just micro switches. Your quarter falls. Once it sorts out that it's a quarter, it trips the micro switch. Definitely something we're going to take an input from.
Maybe we should keep it a quarter, not make it a nickel.
I don't know. I don't know how if I feel right about taking quarters off all the neighbor kids. I think we'll leave this a nickel if it can. I don't know. It's a neat. There's the bank right there. This giant metal box.
That'll help you buy the next one.
That's true. That's true. You know, we could just take it as a collection for the next arcade machine that we buy. And then here's this great big. Somebody added this. This is a bolt actually across the front of the machine to guard somebody from breaking into the quarter box. So let's take them around front and talk about what our plan is for this machine. You might want to bring that light with us. That's my Sega logo here. Needs a little work. Not bad though, not too badly chewed up. So anyway, there's since it's going to be a MAME machine that's actually going to run the Outrun ROM on a PC, the propeller is going to act as like the brains of the controls. We have a steering wheel, which is a 5K potentiometer, and that's an analog signal that's coming out of the steering wheel when you take it right or left. And then the gas pedal and the brake are also analog. And so what we'll do is we'll feed those to an ADC chip, and then that will be connected to the propeller. And then we've got some push buttons, like the micro switches that control the whether or not you're in low gear or high gear. And then of course you've got some micro switches that are here behind the quarter slots. When somebody puts a quarter in, it trips a micro switch there to know whether or not there's a quarter in the machine. But there's a couple boards we could use for this. The first one we could have used, we actually looked at it for a moment, and this is a new board from Parallax. This is a quick start board. Yeah, go ahead and put a light right on there. Perfect. This is a board that they've been sending out to engineers as an eval board that Parallax has. I guess they're putting this in Radio Shack soon, but it just wasn't quite perfect for this project. So the board we're actually going to look at using for this project is this guy over here. This is the Propeller platform from Gadget Gangster. And this one we can put our ADCs on a board that will plug right into the top, and then we'll take the data down to the board on the bottom, which will do the control, and then it will send its information to the PC over the USB serial link. That's how the PC will get the data from this.
That'll make it less of a money hog.
Yeah, I hope so. So let's take a look. Let me sketch out what we're going to do here to actually make this whole thing work. Tell you what, OBCW, why don't you take the camera, and what I've done is just taped a a paper on that screen so we can kind of draw this out. So if you could focus right in on this thing. So what we've got is we've got over here, we've got our arcade machine, our quarter sucker with the steering wheel. Okay, and then we've got, of course, our main PC. So we'll just use a little old computer. Maybe we'll find a recyclable computer. And this is actually what's going to run MAME on it. And then between these two, we've got our propeller board. And it will act as the connection between these two devices. So the PC will actually think that the propeller is just a digital joystick that's plugged into the PC. Windows will see it as a joystick. We're going to use something called PPJoy, which is a piece of software that's very universal for reading all kinds of controls, including serial joysticks. And then the propeller has an object that will run on it that will read the controls, the analog and the digital controls from the steering wheel and the gas and the brake pedal and the start button, and then feed that data over to the PC that's running MAME. So that's our project, and hopefully we'll have some updates here over the course of the next couple weeks. The next weekend is we're going to be busy, aren't we?
Just a little.
We're going to be out at UPENE in Norwalk, Ohio. There's still a couple days left to sign up and get your tickets to the event. You can go to www.propellerpower.com/expo to pick up tickets for this event. We're going to keep that open probably all the way to midweek when it's time to run the badges. And so hopefully we see you out there. This is a little too heavy to bring to the show, so we're not going to bring it out to the show, but we'll definitely give you an update on our progress on the project within a couple weeks. Hey,
now, of course, you know you want to get your badges instead of making me have to make you one when we get there.
Yeah, good plug for that. Yeah, if you don't sign up, you know, you get the Sharpie badge when you show up at the show. So be sure and sign up before Wednesday if at all possible. That's probably going to be our cutoff. We'll see you at the expo.
Have a good time till then.
All right, bye, gang.